Peace. Healing through inspiration. How y'all doing? I am nature. Feathers up, by the way. You see how we coming. We actually not just talking it, we actually living it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm a little fatigued. I think I kind of woke up from a nap. I had dozed off. I didn't really get maybe a proper set of rest. Cause I've been tired, yo. I was tired. I've been up since I've been trying to do stuff since the day before. And I've been up, and then I even tried this new workout. Yeah, this new workout, y'all. It's by an MMA fighter, Francis Ngannou. You know, he's one of his followers. One of his favorite athletes is Mike Tyson. That's his favorite athlete, and I really like Mike Tyson. You know, and I like him more so for his character. I think, because he was rather authentic, and he was more as far as accountable too for his actions, because he has done some things that are wrong, but he was accountable and whatnot. I'm surprised. Surprised at this time I don't got a book by him. Somebody's sitting down there. Looks like. Yeah. I'm surprised by now I ain't got a book by him. There you go. See people homeless from COVID. But anyways, I'm surprised right now I ain't got a book by him. I ain't got a book by him, but I'm sure I got a plethora of books. I added to the list. That's for sure. That's for sure. Oh, it's not a person, but there's somebody back there and whatnot. But yeah. As far as I really like his accountability, his authenticity, as far as someone, because not too many people in the celebrity light they're really able to showcase that. Well, maybe they got some trash or something. I don't know, they're cleaning up trash. I genuinely do not know. Y'all see that? Can y'all see that? I can't see. It's barely. I know y'all see it now, probably. But it's barely taken up. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's just so bright, or my screen or something. I just got the phone back on, so hopefully it doesn't have any issue with playback to y'all. Yeah. But as far as people that in the limelight who are able to share truth and whatnot, Michael's able to speak about many of the things that he's done wrong. And as far as I think too, as I related with him, he spoke. I've heard about him. He experienced sexual abuse, and especially as a brown man, an American man, as myself too, and that's a big deal to speak about something like that, because it happens. Stuff like that happens to us, but yet people don't want to talk about it. They don't want to mention it. They don't want to even act like we exist. I experienced sexual abuse. I've said it. I've been molested by my half sister, molested by my biological mother, and been raped by my biological mother. My biological mother is a sexual deviant. She molested all of her children. Psychological abuse that was definitely into play. And it seems that as though almost all the abuse she's done, it was the psychological abuse that was the worst. And I know that may sound rather asinine to people, but psychological abuse is worse than physical abuse. How do you say that? You ask. It's the bruises. that you can't see that hurt the most. Because if I was to say something like, oh, I got a black eye, somebody, I got a black eye, oh, I got hit in the face. Oh, you're like, oh yeah, I can see that you definitely got hit in the face, it's a black eye. But yet if I say someone's talking negatively about me, they're speaking to me negatively, they're threatening me, or just negatively abusing me, and then when I speak up about it, like, oh, you're just sensitive, oh, you need to toughen up, oh, I don't know what you're talking about, stuff like that. Yeah. I hear this sun. I gotta get this sun. It feels great. I ain't gonna lie. The weather feel right, yo. If I take my jacket, y'all know. If I take my jacket off, y'all know why. But yeah, like I said, I was tired, bro. I was tired from doing this Francis Ngannou workout. It's a video he posted on YouTube. He was doing like the uppercuts, the boxing workout. I did majority of them. I didn't do the lay down ones, but I was doing them, and I was doing them plus my workout I already do. Man, I was kind of like extra sore. My arms feel extra sore, but I think I'm kind of like glad, and it was surprised as far as well as what my body could take, as far as the healing regimen. Because one, I gotta give myself credit as far as how strong my body and how durable it was in order to take so much force. So much force that was exerted in my, I felt it most definitely in my muscles. And I was just able to still keep going. Yeah, that said a lot. I was still up, and I was still able to move and whatnot, But the thing is, after I worked out, I got into the shower. Man, the fatigueness really started coming to play. I wanted to say this, dog. I did something I probably ain't do. It feels like I haven't done in years. That's what I used to do in the child was. I used to be so tired. From like the ADHD medication, I think, because I was on that stuff. Your parents, they want to sign off on that stuff. Narcissistic parents love a reason to find something wrong with you. Try to drug you up. What you doing, yo? Try to dope you up. I was on that stuff, and I, kind of like those things. You be up for so long. I remember times I went days without eating. I wasn't even fasting. It was just on, taking the ADD medication. Frick. I was on that stuff, bro. Frick that, my nigga. I couldn't believe that. But it's like, shoot. They had me taking that. And then when I took that, yo, I was being a child. I ain't know no better. I was kind of like happy. I was happy that I could even go days without eating. And it wasn't like, fasting wasn't properly shown to me to introduce to me as far as culture-wise. Because I fast I fast today, whatnot. But it wasn't introduced to me in that way. And then it kind of like when you bring up something like that to the narcissistic parent, as far as you not eating or whatnot, they're like, no, they say, no, that's not true. You do eat. You do. They try to lie. They try to make you words. They try to change your own thinking, and that's the abuse itself. So they begin you in to question your own sanity. You know that? Like I know a lot of things too, as far as even pertaining to when I was eating. Get a sip of water, y'all. When I was getting a sip for something to eat, eating. It was, I would go to this, and I was young as a child, I would go to this grocery, it's like big, large grocery store. Some of y'all may know it, like Sam's Club, Costco, but it's like a big grocery store where you buy stuff in bulk. And like at these stuff, they would have like little like food places, like once you walk in, and then like at the exit, and it's kind of like after people leave the cashier, after they cash out, you can go to there. It's like, it wasn't really little per se, but it was like, since it was a big place, but it was a place where you could like buy food and whatnot and stuff. Like get a hot dog, get a greasy slice of pizza, cheese, pepperoni, I think sometimes bacon, pretzel, salted pretzel, and sweet cinnamon pretzel, stuff like that. And man, I used to tell my mom, man, I'm so hungry. Like, I used to be real life hungry, yo. I used to tell her I used to be like real life hungry, like, yo. And she'd be like, and then she, obviously be begging my mom for food. And shoot. And then what happened was, she used to take me, and then when she finally, sometimes she would give me some food. She'll give me like, she'll give me a hot dog. She'll get a hot dog there, and I had a hot dog. It was like a beef hot dog. I remember, like, even though I don't eat the dead anymore. I got that knowledge now. Because if you are what you eat and you eat the dead, what does that make you? You dig? And hard to be up. I'm waking up, y'all. But like I said, this how you say? Oh yeah, I had got the hot dog. This bun, and the bun was like, and it was like a bed, like thick, juicy, like, it was like, man, it was like one of the best beefs, like, I guess I'm saying it right, one of the best quote unquote meats as far as taste wise, even though it was unhealthy. But and I had it, and then you get to load it up. What you put it on there, I put white onions, green relish, ketchup, mustard, condiments like that. And I had it on there. Man, when I tell you that I ate that hot dog, man, I freaking ate that hot dog up. And it was like an aluminum foil too, because that's how they served the hot dog. And guess what? I was so hungry, the remaining condiments, because I put heavy condiments on there. I started licking it like off a plate, but off of aluminum foil. I was so hungry, dog. That's how hungry I was. Imagine a young American boy doing that, licking the aluminum foil. You know that screams he's hungry. You know that screams he's hungry. You know that screams he's not eating. And yet, what that bitch used to do? She's like, stop that. You not that hungry. And I said, I am. And I was, because I licked it clean. I was that hungry. I licked it clean. I was licking it clean. I was hungry, nigga. I used to be like, I'm so hungry, like, for real. When I was out in public with my mom, like, just because I was hungry, like, on some real stuff. And, like, but you know what she was like? She's like, you just ate. And she used to lie to people in public, like, you just ate. You had some of this. I'm like, no, I didn't. I didn't have that. This bum-ass bitch will be making up stuff, man. Just so she could, say something like, what the frick was that? Alright. Just so she could say like, oh, just so, I guess, because she wouldn't look like a negative mother. F her. You know that, man. And then this bitch too, cuz. What else she used to do? this bitch would you know, just make up stuff as far as like what I used to eat and stuff. I didn't eat that. Bitch always used to talk about I eat so much. Oh, you always eat so much. You eat some part of the airplane. Y'all niggas know I'm outside. Oh, you eat so much. Da-da-da-da. And I'm like, you guzzle. This bitch used to watch me fucking eat. I couldn't fucking stand that bitch. And I'm like, man, F that bitch. F that bitch, my nigga. Man, F that bitch. That bitch used to watch me eat. And the bitch wasn't talking to me. I think there would be like a cereal box in front of me, in front of my plate or whatever I was eating. And if it was blocking her way, she would move it out the way just so she could see me eat. Freaking bum ass bitch. Overweight ass bitch. But they want to tell you about you, how you eat. Oh, you always eat. That's that bitch you guzzle. You know, you ever seen in public at a restaurant? I know you seen it in big platters with a waiter. Can y'all see my hand? The waiter be like, they be holding it up as they walking it, and they serve the whole table stuff, like they can fit the whole table's plates and stuff. Almost about equivalent to that size, about smaller. That bitch had plates that big, and she would have food on that bitch. Beans, rice, and just meat, and it was like a big ass stuff. And I was thinking like, oh, that bitch couldn't eat it all. That bitch ate that bitch all in one serving, nigga. Greedy, pig ass bitch. She used to be them big ass entrees, like them big plates that you would set it out for. Like if you have guests that you want people to like eat finger food off of and whatnot. That bitch had that plate. Big ass plate and ate all of that guzzling. Just guzzling like a motherfucking pig. Oh, beast ass bitch, dog. Crazy I ain't never been obese. Like, and I know the motherfuckers would have wanted me to be obese. Cause they would have wanted something else to talk about. And they still was talking like I was. I ain't never been obese a day in my life. I ain't never been overweight, you know? The most of what I know of when I went to the doctors when I was 50% in my weight. 50% in my weight and age